Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Well, I was having a nice, smooth, mellow Sunday morning, getting some things done, watching some tutorials on YouTube, and my internet decided to get wonky today. So I'm going to do a video. I'm going to get a few things done here around the house, kind of preparing for the week, and I'm going to go to the gym this afternoon. And hopefully we'll get, if it doesn't fix itself, I'll get a technician or something out here tomorrow. But anyway, you adapt as you go, right? I wanted to do a video today to start the week off about raw vegan fitness, gaining muscle, some cardio hacks, and talking about core a little bit. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you'd hit that subscribe button now, and then click on that little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. That's very important. And you might want to go down your list and check send notifications on all the channels you're subscribed to make sure you keep up with the content you want to watch. I've been, it's funny, if you go back to some of my other videos, I was thinking about videos I did on this subject before I got back to the United States, when I first got back to the United States, and I'm happy with progress. I'm happy with my effort over the last 3+ months. I've been back here just a little bit over 3 months now. Didn't look exactly like I thought it was, which most things don't. I thought I was going to be all gung-ho and do this boot camp type approach and jump in and do 2-a-days and this and that. But you know what? I've just listened to my body. I try to be very instinctive and intuitive when it comes to listening to my body. And, as a 53-year-old man, I've tried to be a little bit smarter with this whole fitness thing this time around, because I don't want any injuries, I don't want any setbacks, I don't want any pulled muscles or anything of that nature. So what I've been doing is I've been a bit of a gym rat. I've been doing more gym than anything else. I've been a little bit slack on the cardio, and I'll tell you why. I'll get into the cardio more in a little bit. But for me, cardio was always because I was overweight and I wanted to lose some weight. So it's just like for the last few years, it had gotten like the opposite. It had gotten so hard for me to gain weight on the raw vegan lifestyle. Actually, it kind of, for a while there, it was really hard to even keep weight on. So it's tough to say, okay, well, but there's other reasons for doing cardio. You don't just do cardio to burn fat or whatever, Cardio, think about what it is, cardio, for your lungs and for your heart. But it always is really nice. I do kind of find, I can't get into the whole exercise science and tell you what's burning and this is doing this and that. But also, too, by doing that cardio, even without wanting to lose actual pounds, it is good for just kind of burning the fat, and getting leaner. So I want to get into a regular mode of cardio. But I'll be back to that in just a minute. As far as the exercise go, lifting go, building muscles goes, I'm pleased with that. Now, I don't know quite I can't compare everything equally because, as far as plant-based versus when I went to the gym before and I wasn't plant-based, because there's a lot of other factors that have changed too. I was a drinker back in those days. I was younger back in those days. So I try to think now, okay, let's see, how much difference would there be? A 53-year-old man, you still have limitations. Look, people can get into the whole, age is nothing but a number stuff, but we too, as we age, we have physical limitations, and that's okay. That's just the natural order of things. What the whole point is just trying to do the best we can and slow down that aging process as much as possible. So I've been making gains. I'm happy. I was making gains just with my body weight training and my dumbbells when I was down in Costa Rica, but wasn't really, adding very much. Wasn't increasing my strength a ton. So it's been really nice being back in the gym up here. Since I've been in the gym, I have noticed, like I said, I keep going back to where, the whole protein thing right there. I'm not all passionate. I'm not going to get fiery and tell you, yeah, we get our protein here and there, but I just like to approach it from, and I've said this in a number of my videos, if there was a protein deficiency, or if we weren't getting any protein, there would be zero gains, or there would be loss, or there would be muscle atrophy. Is atrophy? I'm forget a lot of words, is atrophy when you lose muscle. But I don't think you would be able to build muscle whatsoever, get stronger whatsoever, if you were protein deficient or not getting adequate protein. Now I do, some people are just all naturey about it and they're like, oh, we got protein in bananas and greens. And we do. There is protein in everything. But with the working out, I've made a point over this last 3 months, I've been pretty regular every day as far as spirulina, hemp seeds, chia seeds. I have most day, I always have spirulina. I generally always have hemp and chia seeds. And a lot of days I have a double dose of that. I have two tablespoons of each one of those things. And I just feel that little bit of extra protein and the extra effort in the gym. I've been pleased with it. Listen, I'm never going to get back to those big numbers again, and I don't care to. I try to stay an adequate amount of strength, tight and tone, and just, more or less be a healthy, fit person at my age. So I don't ever expect to get back to those, big numbers that I used to do in the gym, benching 3 plates and whatever. And that has been a challenge at times, not letting staying away from that ego and not being tempted to, try to do weight that's too heavy for me, because some of the weight I do now is laughable compared to back when I was a big boy. I think about warming up, back then I'd put 225 pounds on the bar and just bang it out 15, 20 reps like I was at an NFL combine or whatever. And I was a big old boy then too. I was anywhere between 220 and 240. Nowadays, and like I say, I don't train for maximums, and also too, I try to squeeze, I try to contract the muscle, I try to use good form, if not perfect form, because sometimes focusing on perfect form can distract you. But I use very good form, no bouncing or whatever. I'd say on the bench, I'm back up to doing, maybe 135 pounds. I'll do 7 times, sometimes 8 times on a good day. I don't know what that translates out to. Like I say, I don't do a max. I'm not trying to do that. I generally, as far as the weights, I stay anywhere between, I love that 8 rep. I mean, there's doing the heavier weight for lower 4, 6 reps. And then there's doing lighter weight, you're getting in 10, 12, 15. But I really find that groove around the 8 or the 10. But I'll generally do some pyramid type stuff. Like I'll do I'll do a set of 15, 12, maybe 10, then 8. What have you. So I've increased as far as, that chest strength. I've seen every once in a while, just for the hell of it, I'll, take a measurement or two. I've almost gotten back into big boy shirts. My medium shirts, I've noticed getting just the slightest bit tight on me. Legs have moved up from absolutely pathetic to maybe just pitiful now. I've been hitting the squats mostly on that, and I've been using that rack, that's actually, you have the little pins where I guess it's for safety and support, but that's all that's in the upstairs part of my gym. So I've just been using, that. So it's a little bit more, I don't know if it's exactly the same as doing a full squat on your back. It's the same bar and everything, but you have a rack there that you're kind of, not trapped in, but it's kind of protecting you. But anyhow, I'm doing stuff like, I don't know, maybe 165, 170 pounds for 6 or 7 or 8 reps there, but starting to get there, starting to see at least a little bit. I don't have as much at chicken legs as I used to. So happy with those gains. Like I say, I'm not trying to be swole. I'm 53 and I'm not telling you, I'm all that in a bag of chips, but pretty happy, for my age. Cardio, like I say, I'm going to start doing the cardio more regularly. I'd say maybe I've been doing it about twice a week. Oh, and one last thing on the weights, this is generally how I will work out. I'll do legs one day. The next day I'll do chest, shoulders, and triceps, which is what I'm doing today. And then the third day I do back and biceps. And then the fourth day, I'll generally go in and just do abs and just do some cardio. So I haven't been as diligent on the cardio. I've been doing maybe twice a week, and it's mostly been on the Stairmaster. Now, as I'm getting into the cardio, I'm going to do similar on the cardio, just adjusting it a little bit. The reason I like to get on the Stairmaster, I don't run, I don't put the speed up a lot. I like to get on that incline. And, really, in fact, I get up to the maximum incline and then just crank it out on that. Now, what I want to be efficient. I don't have time, and I'm about to get back to my yoga mat, so I can't I just don't feel like doing long cardio workouts. I want it to be efficient, quick, get it done. So for the hacks on the cardio, I'm looking at stuff like HIIT, high intensity training, Tabatas, where you do like a very intense workout in like 4 minutes. But for right now, I'm just going to play with some of the high intensity stuff on the treadmill and on that elliptical machine, something where you can hold on to, because you're going to really get at it. When you're doing the high intensity for shorter workouts, what you're trying to do is really jack your heart rate up, get your metabolism going in a very short period of time. So you'll do it in little spurts of 15, 30-second spurts of just going fully all out. And then a period of, going at a more relaxed pace to get your breath back. And this really jacks up that cardio. Hoping to keep the cardio, even if I'm doing the Tabatas, am I pronouncing that right? They generally end up being about 4 minutes, but I'm not as much leaning towards them as I am just doing some, like, say, 15-minute sessions of high intensity with just those periods, just those bursts in there. Burst, rest, back and forth like that. So I'm going to try to start being a lot more regular with that, maybe upping the cardio to 3 or 4 times a week. The core, happy with the core. I've been doing regular training, have altered my training up a little bit from since I was in Costa Rica. Have been training a little bit more with the cardio. I'll generally have one day a week, if not, generally I'll have 1 day a week that's just a full-on, really, really hard core workout that consists of leg raises, bicycles. I'll get on the triceps machine and just put some weight on there and bend over kind of for those upper abs, and then Russian twist. If you watch me on Instagram, I always try to finish off with Russian twist. And yeah, I feel like, maybe, I'm getting there. Once again, my goals are modest as a 53-year-old guy. But as we're easing into the end of the year, and I'm going to start finishing up here, I set as my goal at the beginning of this year to put 10 pounds of solid weight on. I was at 155. I think now it's time, we're in the last quarter of the year, I want to kind of start, really leaning out. It's not like I'm fat or anything, but I really kind of want to start leaning out. I've got some of the six-pack going, but they're lower down. There can be a little bit more, tightening in there. So I'm going to try to hit those cardio sessions and finish off the year strong. I'm thinking where I'm sitting right now, I won't be right at 10 pounds of gain, because if I'm at 10 pounds of gain, I'll be a little bit softer in the stomach. So I'm thinking if I end up the year at about 162, 163, 7 or 8 solid pounds, I'd be happy with that. And then I'll readjust, come January to maybe goal for next year is to do about the same thing, another 7 or 8 pounds, and then I'm pretty good there. If I can, 165, 170 lean, I'd be super happy. Because I've talked about this before. I don't like that uber skinny for myself, because we might be healthy internally, but I just felt like I couldn't even sustain a trauma. Like, I'd gotten so skinny for a while that I felt like if I got hit or something, you're going to break a rib, or if I got in a car wreck, I'm going to be all kind of banged up because there's no padding whatsoever. So anyway, that's where I'm sitting on the fitness thing right now. I'm not trying to do serious fitness videos. I just kind of, like to move my body. We're in the fall now. I'm also adding in getting out and walking more. I'm not really a runner. Going to Pensacola on Tuesday. I'm going to look at some bikes. I was telling my mom the other day, I miss riding bikes. That was a big part of my life in Costa Rica. So anyhow, however you do it, just get out there and move your body. But it is possible to be fit as a raw vegan. And it's possible to gain muscle, gain strength as a raw vegan. Your mileage may vary, but I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. Anyhow, if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate if you'd give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace.